He was one of the greatest stars of the 80s, not just wrestling stars, but regardless of any genre. This is Hulk Hogan. Welcome back. We are here featuring another wrestler, another of those giants of men whose global entertainment is unmatched by any genre, movie, television, perhaps even music, and among the brightest stars the industry has ever seen. This man shone brighter than any Steve Austin, any Rock, any John Cena for the time in which he enjoyed his peak popularity. The incredible Hulk Hogan. Enjoying his heyday in the 1980s and lengthy, I believe the third or fourth most longest run as champion of the WWF, as it was then known, the World Wrestling Federation. Hulk Hogan said his prayers and ate his vitamins and trained and led a legion of Hulkamaniacs, little children the world over. Praise this man. He was a very safe character to like. Yes, the character of Hulk Hogan was pure. He was fun. He was the hero to all. He who could stand up to the most vile of deeds by the largest heel wrestlers. But we knew the Hulkster would also always triumph. In his time, back in the 1980s, wrestling was as popular as it has ever been, and has never quite reached the power it once held, selling out stadiums. It does occasionally sell out stadiums, but I will confess I haven't much kept up with the industry. Occasionally I'll watch the Royal Rumble or hang with friends to relive some of these old Magic memories, but this is when it was an event. This is when it transcended itself. It became the biggest ticket, the largest spectacle, and no one was larger at that time than Hulk Hogan. The Hulkster was a champion's champion. He never backed down. He always stood for what's right. He was a Superman in every sense of the word, and at one point perhaps even more famous than Superman. Hulk Hogan headlined more WrestleManias than anyone in history. I believe he headlined the first 8, and Mattel has done an absolutely magnificent job here depicting the Hulkster at his peak physical form. I would say this one's probably a little more lean, as back in the day Hulk was very beefy, but he was a force. And look at this. The accessories that accompany Mattel's Ultimate Hulk Hogan. The articulation on this figure is absolutely marvelous, but look at the heads. Interchangeable heads, my favorite accessory. Yeah, the intense Hulk Hogan is almost, well, I must say it's a bit, I'd say creepy to some degree. But I love it. It's that intense look, like when he's hulking up to vanquish his foe, and then there's the typical smile on the Hulkster's face after he had probably won or defended his championship. He also comes with a shirt, which is a tearaway shirt, as one of Hulk's famous trademarks was the ripping of his shirt. This is an articulated figure, unlike most. Even the feet, the toes are articulated. Mattel has done an absolutely marvelous job on this, but WrestleMania season is approaching year 40. Until then, we dim the lights. Thank you ever so much for indulging me on my flight of fancy with wrestling. It was something I enjoyed very much as a child. For more, don't forget our Super 7 Andre the Giant, and head back to Super 7's Ultimate He-Man.